Dear students, I have already shared the PPT regarding chapter 3, that is matrix with you. Today I will give a brief introduction of matrix once again and move further in this chapter. Now you know that you know definition of matrix. Do you know matrix is a rectangular arrangement of numbers or functions enclosed by this type of bracket. Sometimes this type of bracket is also used. You will find this type of bracket in somewhere in some book. Now mainly but most of time this type of bracket is used. Okay, and the number of functions inside this bracket are called elements or entries of the matrix. It is denoted by capital letters A, B, X, Y, C, D, whatever you can use here. Now students, you might be thinking about what is the use of matrix. Further in this chapter you will see that matrix is simple representation of data written in language form. Suppose you have a data like this in a market complex. There are two shopkeepers. One shopkeeper has suppose 2 dozen banana, 2 kg apple and 5 dozen orange. Suppose and other shopkeeper has 5 dozen banana, 10 kg apple and 8 dozen orange. Suppose okay. Suppose now you want to represent this data in a matrix form. You can represent it like this. Suppose here in horizontal line we will give the description of shopkeeper 1, shopkeeper 2, and in vertical line we will give the description of the commodities, banana, apple, description of whatever they keep, orange. Okay, you see here the shopkeeper 1 has 2 dozen banana, 2 kg apple, 2 dozen banana and 5 dozen orange. Similarly, shopkeeper second has 5 dozen banana and 10 kg apple and 8 dozen orange, and just simply put this type of bracket. You know, this information is easily converted into matrix form. You can represent like this also. Give this a description of shopkeeper in a vertical line. Just suppose shopkeeper 1 and shopkeeper 2 is here, and here the description of whatever the fruits they have, apple, orange. You know, shopkeeper 1 has 2 dozen banana, 2 kg apple and 5 dozen orange. Suppose and shopkeeper 2 has 5 dozen banana, 10 kg apple and 8 dozen orange. So now you see and apply this type of bracket. Here you see that there are 2 rows in this matrix and 3 columns. It becomes 2 into 3 matrix, and here there are 3 rows and 2 columns. It becomes 3 into 2 matrix. So now you see that matrix is used, the representation of data in a rectangular form. You can say that the more easiest form. Further, you will see matrix is used in solving linear equation of 2 or more variables. You have already solved in class 10 the linear equation of 2 variable, or by applying elimination method, substitution method, whatever method you have done. But if you use the matrix method to solve this equation, you will apply this method further in this chapter. In this chapter determinant, after this chapter you will apply the matrix method to solve this equation, and this method is very easy in comparison to the methods you have learned, and you will see that this matrix method is useful in finding the variables in the equation system of equation having 2 or more variables. If the system equation has more than 2 variables, then it is quite easy to solve this type of equation having variables more than 2 by the use of you can see by the use of matrix. So this is also one use of the matrix which is very important here, and we will be solving this type of equation in the next chapter, that is chapter 4. Further, matrix is used for higher classes under the topic computer science. It is also used in computer science, okay, in the programming language. It is also used in economics, in genetics you can use, you will use, and in management field the matrices are used. Okay, now students, we will move further. You see these are the examples of matrices. You have already I think you have already gone through this PPT, and these are the examples of matrix. You know, this is the matrix of having 2 into 2 order. This is the matrix having 2 into 3 order because it has only 2 rows and 3 columns, and this is the matrix having 3 into 3 order because it has 3 rows and 3 columns. And already you know horizontal line constitutes the row and vertical line constitutes the columns, and if you multiply this order 2 into 2, this gives the total number of elements. You see 2 into 2 4. This matrix has 4 elements. Likewise this matrix has 6 elements. Likewise this matrix has 9 elements. Now students, you know the order of matrix, the number of rows multiplied by number of columns is the order of matrix. Now you know here the student another way of representation of matrix. Suppose there is a matrix A, you can write it in a short form Aij. Aij, you know Aij represent the element of ith row and jth column, and the value of I represents the row number, and value of j represents column number. So here A11 means the element of first row and first column, that is 2. A12 means the element of first row and second column, that is -3, and A21 is the element of second row first column, that is 4. A22 is the element of second row and second column, that is 5. This matrix can also be represented like this in a short form. Okay students, we will move further now. These are the types of matrix. A matrix having only one column, whatever the row may be, it doesn't matter, but the column should be only one. Then the matrix should contain only one vertical line, vertical element. Then you can say this is column matrix. And in short form, in general, column matrix is written like this. Here this value represent the number of column, and this value represent number of rows. This should be only one. That's why it is called column matrix. And again we will move further. A matrix having only one row is called row matrix. Square matrix. In this type, this is very important matrix. The difference is that in this matrix, number of rows is always equal to number of columns. You can say that here m should be always equal to n. M is represent number of rows and n represent number of columns. This now the simplest square matrix is the order of one order. Suppose this is the simplest square matrix. You can represent like X. It has one row and one column. The number of rows is one, also number of column is also one. So this is also a square matrix. This is the simplest square matrix of order 1. Now in a square matrix, matrix should be a square. The element lies along the cross section from left to right is called diagonal element. This is called the diagonal elements. We will not take the cross element of this side. Only we have to take the cross element of this side. These elements are called the diagonal elements. This is a very important concept, that is the diagonal elements of a square matrix. Now we will move further. Diagonal matrix. The diagonal matrix is also a square matrix, but condition is that the diagonal elements should be non-zero, but non-diagonal elements should be 0. All elements are 0 here. Diagonal, except diagonal elements, all elements should be 0. Here this is the only diagonal elements, so other elements, it has order only 1 into 1. So other element are not shown here, but further in 2 order, in 3 order, in more order, you will see a non-diagonal element should be 0. Now we will move further. Scalar matrix. This is also a diagonal matrix. The only difference is diagonal elements should be same. Okay, this should be shown. This is 3 and this is 3. This is root 5, root 5, root 5. All diagonal elements should be same. In that case, that particular diagonal matrix is called a scalar matrix. Now we will move further. Identity matrix is also a diagonal matrix, you can say that, or a scalar matrix, you can say that. Here the diagonal element should be 1. This is very important. Diagonal element should be only 1, not any other element. Then in that case, that scalar matrix or diagonal matrix is called identity matrices. Zero matrix means any matrix having any order. All elements, if all elements are 0, then that is called a zero matrix or null matrix. It is denoted by capital O. This is not the 0. This is the capital O. Okay. Now we will move further here.